शुभाङ्गिरं पार्थस्यापि हरो देवः कृपामूर्तिः स पातु नः. सुसंध्या संदर्भம் பிரசன்னமாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு காலம். ஒரு வாரம் பெங்களூர்ல இருந்தவனுக்கு அறிவு எப்படி இருந்தது. இப்போ வருஷம் வரத்துக்கு ரெடியா அடிக்கடி மேகங்கள் வந்து ஆகாசத்தை எட்டி பார்த்துட்டு போகுது. இப்படி ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பம் வரும்பொழுது அதை பார்க்கும்பொழுது ஸ்ரீமத் பாகவதத்துக்கு ஒரு ஸ்லோகம் ஞாபகம். பாகவதத்தில் பிருந்தாவனத்தில் வருஷ ருதுவை வர்ணிக்கும் பொழுது ஒரு ஸ்லோகம். மேகாகமோத்சவோ விஷ்டாக பிரத்யனந்தம் சிகண்டினः கிரகேஷு தப்தா நிர்விணா யதா அச்சுத ஜனானம். மேகங்கள் எல்லாம் வருது. மழை பெஞ்சாலும் மயில்களுக்கு தோகை வச்சு ஆட முடியாது. அதான் அந்த மழை வரத்துக்கு முன்னாடி இருக்கிற அந்த ஒரு சந்தர்ப்பத்தில் எல்லாரும் ரொம்ப ஆனந்தமா இருந்து தோகை வச்சு ஆடுற மயில்கள். இது ஒரு போயட்டிக்கலா காவியாத்மகமா அப்படி வர்ணனை இருந்தாலும் அதோட பாகவதம் எதுவுமே நிறுத்திக்காது. ரொம்ப யோகிக்கமா ஆத்தியாத்மிகமா சொல்றது. எது போல இந்த மயில்கள் சந்தோஷமா இருக்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் பொழுது கிரகேஷு தப்தா நிர்விண்ணாக யதா அச்சுத ஜனாதவி. அஞ்ஞானத்துல சம்சாரத்துல பலவிதமான கஷ்டங்களை அனுபவிச்சுட்டு தவிச்சிருக்கக்கூடிய மக்கள் அச்சுத ஜனம், சாட்சாத் அச்சுதனோட ஸ்வரூபமாகவே இருக்கக்கூடிய அச்சுதனுக்கு சேர்ந்த மகான்கள், சாட்சாத் பகவத் ஸ்வரூபம். அவ வரும்போது நமக்கெல்லாம் ஒரு என்னதான் சுத்தி இருந்தாலும் ஒரு உள்ள ஒரு பிரசன் உங்களை எல்லாத்தையும் பார்த்தாலே தெரியாது. நமக்கு இப்படி ஒரு சுகிருஷ்டி கிடைக்க போறதுன்ற ஒரு ஆனந்தத்துல எல்லாரும் வந்திருக்கோம். அது போல ஒரு சத்சங்க பிராப்தின்றது இஸ் a sign for liberation. பவாபவர்கா பிரமதோ யதா பவே ஜனஸ்ய தர்ஹி அச்சுத சத்சமாகமஹ சத்சங்கமஹ யதி ததைவ சத்யதஹ பராமரேஷே த்வயி ஜாயதே மதி. भागवत मुझको भवापवर्ग भव संसारத்தோட அந்தம் அஞ்ஞானத்தோட அந்தமாக போகுது. முக்திக்கு இருக்கிற வழி என்ன ஒரு இண்டிகேஷன் சத்சங்கம் அப்படிங்கிறது, சாது சம்பர்க்கம். அது எல்லாருக்கும் நம்ம ஜென்மாந்திர சுகிருத்தத்தினால இப்படி ஒரு சந்நிதி லாபம் நமக்கு கிடைச்சிருக்கு. சுவாமி பத்தி தனியா சொல்லணும் இல்லை. நம்ம எல்லாருடைய வாழ்க்கை இன்னைக்கு இந்த மாதிரி நம்மளை வளர செய்து ஒரு நிறைவை கொடுத்து வாழ்க்கையில வாழ வச்ச ஒரு சந்நிதி. இனி இந்த 7 நாள் நமக்கு ஒரு பெரிய அனுகிரகம். அவா கிருப்பையால வந்திருக்கா, நம்மளை எல்லாரையும் அனுகிரகப்பட்டது. அதனால நாமளும் ஸ்ரத்தா பக்தியோட இருந்து அந்த சந்நிதி லாபத்தை எல்லாம் அடையணும். சுவாமிஜிக்கு வந்து ஆயாவாச்சா மனசா சிரசாஷ்டாங்க நமஸ்காரங்களை பண்ணிட்டு பத்தேன அஞ்சலினா ததேன சிரசா தாத்ரைஹி சர்வமோத்கமைஹி கண்டேன ஸ்வரவித்யேன நயனேன உத்கீர்ண பாஷ்பாம்புர நித்யம் தச்சரணாய நிர்தயவிட தியானாமிருதா சுவாமினா அஸ்மாகம் சரசீருஹாக்ஷா சததம் சம்பத்யதாம் ஜீவிதம். பிரார்த்தனை பண்ணிட்டு சுவாமிக்கு நமஸ்காரங்களோட சுவாமிக்கு சுவாகத்தம் பண்ணி நமக்கு இது வந்து எல்லாருக்கும் இங்கே சத்சங்கத்துனா இச்சை. அதனால பல இடத்துலேருந்து எல்லாரும் வந்திருக்கோம். இச்சைக்கு தகுந்தபடி எதிர்ச்சையா கிடைச்ச லாபம் நமக்கு. எதேச்சையாக யதா இச்சா எதிர்ச்சையா நமக்கு கிடைச்ச இந்த ஒரு லாபத்தை நம்ம எல்லாருக்கும் அனுபவிக்கலாம். இந்த உங்க எல்லாருக்கும் சுவாகத்தம் சொல்லிட்டு மேலும் அந்த சுகிஷ்டியை நம்ம எல்லாரும் தருவோம். சத்குரு மகாராஜ் கி ஜெய்.
नमः परमर्षिभ्यो नमः परमर्षिभ्यः हरि ओम। उपासकानां यदुपासनीयम् उपात्तवासं वटशाखिमूले तद्धामदाक्षिण्यजुषा स्वमुक्त्या जागर्तु चित्ते मम बोधरूपम् अद्राक्षम् अक्षीणतया निधानम् आचार्यमाद्यम् वटमूलभागे मौनेन मन्दस्मितभूषितेन महर्षिलोकस्य तमोनुदन्तम् विद्राविताशेषतमो गणेन मुद्राविशेषेण मुहुर्मुनीनाम् निरस्य मायां दयया विधत्ते देवो महान् तत्त्वमसीति बोधम् ममाद्य देवो वटमूलवासी कृपाविशेषात् कृतसन्निधानः ओङ्काररूपाम् उपदिश्य विद्याम् आविद्यगध्वान्तमपाकरोतु सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् श्रुत्यर्थगोचरम् वन्दे वाच्यार्थानामगोचरम् लक्ष्यार्थवपुषम् वन्दे शङ्करम् देशिकम् गुरुम् अपारसच्चित्सुखवारिराशेः यस्योर्मिमात्रम् भुवनम् समस्तम् गुहाहितं तं रमणं गभीरं चिन्ताविहीनं हृदि चिन्तयामि देहं मृण्मयवज्जडात्मकमहं बुद्धिर्न तस्यास्त्यतो नाहं तत्तदभावसुप्तिसमये सिद्धात्मसद्भावतः कोऽहं भावयुतः कुतो वरधिया दृष्ट्वात्मनिष्ठात्मनाम् सोऽहं स्फूर्तितया अरुणाचलशिवः पूर्णो विभाति स्वयम् योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्ताम् सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम्। जिष्णो त्वं कृष्णसूतः खलु समरमुखे बन्धुघाते दयालुम् खिन्नं तं वीक्ष्य वीरम् किमिदम् अयि सखे नित्य एकोऽयम् आत्मा को वध्यः कोऽत्र हन्ता तदिह वधभियम् प्रोज्झ्य मय्यर्पिता त्वाम् धर्म्यं युद्धं चरेति प्रकृतिमनयथा दर्शयन् विश्वरूपम्। It is with very great joy that we are today starting our Gita Yajna here. Actually, we cannot say we are starting because Last year we have stopped in the middle. So we are just continuing that Shravana Yajna. The purpose of listening to Bhagavad Gita or doing Parayana of Gita is to directly realize that highest attainment in life, which all the Shastras speak as Jnanam. And Jnanam means what? Of course, you can translate it as in English as knowledge. So Jnanam is the very nature of God, Bhagavan. In Bhakti you say Bhagavan. And the Upanishads say the same as Brahma. Vadanti tat tattvavitaha tattvam yajnanam advayam brahmeti paramatmeti bhagavaniti shabdyate. They are all synonyms, Brahma, Bhagavan, Paramatma. And what does that mean? Brahma means what? There is an exploration, a search in the Upanishad, in the Taittiriya Upanishad, going on exploring from what we know to more and more deeper plane. What we know? We know only Annam Brahme Divyajanat. We know only body. And body is Annam. All that we have eaten or our parents have consumed has taken this shape. What is sitting before is nothing but idli, dosa, sambar, sadam, chapati, roti. All these things are sitting here. That is the fact. It is a thing made out of food. In Tamil we generally say Shotal Adichu Somar. Made by rice, sure. So from there the exploration, going deep, plumbing with it begins. Then you find there is some plane of energy within prana. Then go deeper, then you find the mind. Actually, deeper means it is not like that you are finding. It is a very slow process. Everyone will go. First you think you should eat food, have good exercise, keep the body well. That is enough. But when you have a healthy body, then you find that is not enough. You need some kind of refined energy within. So then you start touching the plane of prana. It is going like that. It is not like you go inside and first food, then prana, not like that. Some people will be in the food only. And some more subtle brains, they would have touched prana. That is why they go to yoga, do pranayama. When you do some exercise, you feel energized. A little bit of meditation, some yoga practice, you feel a well-beingness, a wellness. That is the plane of prana. But there also you find it is not complete, no fulfillment. It comes and goes. Then you find the mind very troublesome. So much problem, stress, tension, depression, emotions. Sometimes you are in the Everest top. Sometimes underneath the sea. Padalam. So either ecstasy or depression. What is this? This is the mind. So mind, then you start how to handle the mind. Then also you try to handle the mind through annam. You know what it is? Psychiatrist. You go to him, say, I have some mind problem. He gives you annam. What is it? Tablet, medicine. In a solid form, you try to handle the mind. Because that is very palpable. So directly give some tablet, the mind is controlled, means easiest formula. Then you find it is temporary. It can be done only in the surface level of problem, only you can handle with the medicine. You can keep it in control, that is all. Mostly make you sleep, that's all. So that you don't create trouble to the people in your house. Only that much help can be done there. Then you find some yoga, some pranayama, some energizing thing. Somewhere people come to Satsang, they say, very energized. It is simply touching the prana. Not anything deeper. They don't understand anything. They sit there, the prana is filled like petrol pump. You go and fill fuel and go back, energized. So that is the plane of prana. Then really touching the mind when you start meditating. Actually, grace works there. Grace works there that you understand that there is a method by which I can directly look at my mind. That is a great leap. From annam to mind is a great leap. You directly ready to face the mind, look at the mind. How the thoughts are happening, how emotions are coming. Without that, you will be thinking my mind is not very pure. The first step of knowing the mind is you understand my mind is not pure. And even to understand that my mind is not pure, you need purity. Even that much purity will not be there for many. Generally, people, they will say, we don't want all this Bhagavad Gita, Satsang, Bhajan. Mind must be pure. They will say, the mind must be pure. As if they have all Jivan Muktas. Absolutely pure. And first you start doing meditation. The beginning of meditation is opening the sewage. You will yourself close your nose. Perhaps that is pranayama. You will find all stinking materials come out. All kind of creatures are there inside. Sankaracharya tells, Sankaracharya has some attachment to this Siva in the form of hunter. There is a place of Sankaracharya in Kerala which is not Kaladi. which is Chinmaya Mission has taken that place, mother's place. It's maternal house of Sankaracharya, very beautifully maintained. There is this Kirata Murti. When I first went there, they took me around. Then suddenly I asked, is there any Kirata Murti temple inside this compound? Then that one Amma who was taking away, Swami, you are asking this. Because I had a dream yesterday before coming here of this Kirata Murti. And said, Swami, that is the Devata here. So this Kirata Murti is a hunter form of Shiva. It's a hunter form of Shiva. So in Shivananda Lahari, Sankaracharya says, what is our topic? Bhagavad Gita, right? Don't forget. So, that Kirata Murti, Sankaracharya is telling Kirata Murti, where are you going? He is asking Shiva. Shiva said, I am going to hunt. Shiva is asking Shiva. For Shiva with Jata and Shiva with Mundita Shiraska. What is that mantra? Kapardhine Vyupta Keshaya Cha. As Sri Rudram says, Kapardhi means Shiva with Jata. And Vyupta Kesha means Shiva with tonsured head. So both are talking. So Sankaracharya is asking Shiva, where are you going? He said, to hunt. Where? In Bengaluru? Or in somewhere? No forest. In Kerala, we have cut all trees and planted rubber. So no animals you will find in the major portions. So you want a good forest full of violent animals, creatures. You come inside me. Don't go here, there. I have my own tiger reserve inside. And all kind of creatures are there. Ma gacchahatvam itastato girishabo mayeva vasam kuru Swamin adikirata mamakamana kantara simantare vartante bahudha mrigaha madajushaha matsarya mohadayah tan hatva mrigaya vinodaruchita labham cha samprapsyasi. I will give you that bhagya of a good, very, very enjoyable hunt where inside me ma gacchahatvam itastada, don't wander here, there. Hey Girisha, mayi eva vasam kuru, I will give you a house and my heart is your house. Stay there. Hey Adikirata, that primordial hunter, that first hunter in the world, Adikirata, Mamakamana Kantara Simantare. Inside my mind, there is a terrible forest. Vartande Bahuda Mrigaha. Lot of animals are there. And all very arrogant creatures. Madajusha. Who all are there? Matsarya. Matsarya means what? This competition, this jealousy. I want this. I should stand first. Madajusha. Matsarya mohadayaha. Moha means delusion. Tan hatva, kill all those animals, you will have a joy of hunting and I will be also benefited. And my mind will become very clear, very peaceful, very pleasant, shantam, shivam. That is the labha. So, this Sankaracharya is asking Ishvara to come to the mind. Why did we say this verse? Yes. When you try to meditate, then you find you have to enter that forest with a bow and arrow. The Upanishad says, Dhanur grihitva aupanishatam mahastra sharam hi upasanishitam Sandhya. Upanishad is the bow. This Vidya, this Brahma Vidya is the bow. And the knowledge of Brahman is like an arrow. With that you hit the truth. So you have to go inside yourself and start this most sacred, blessed journey of first trying to quieten the mind, stilling the mind. Even to hear that is great joy. Still mind, quiet mind. Even when you listen, even that sounds meditative. Even to listen to it, it fills you with great silence. So, this from here starts encounter of yourself. You start looking at this me, this I within me. Then you find I am no more the body. I am no more the prana. And in the plane of mind you see this I, me. And it spreads out. One me arises and explodes as small clouds of this is mine, this gives me joy, I want this, I don't want that. All ragadvesha. Then there you start working on this me, this I. You try to still, quieten the ego, the ahankara. The moment you catch hold of this ahankara, you find that your whole body undergoes a churning. You just try to touch that. Unless you touch that ahankara, nothing will hurt you. Pahalgam, somebody is shooting someone, you read a newspaper with a cup of tea. Someone of my family is there. See, when this attack was going on, someone told me, Swami, it is like this, that you can see the ego of people working. Till the bomb blast occurs in our place, for many of us, it is like a cricket match. Go and hit. Go and put bomb. Why? I am not there. My family is not there. If I was there, my family is there, I don't know what we will say. Because this I, unless you touch the I, nothing matters. Any problem as object, it will not touch me. But when it comes to me, I am affected. Then the real mathana happens, churning. The churning happens. So then you find that this ahankara is the source of the mind. It spreads out like threads in a cloth in the mind. So when you catch hold of this ahankara, you find that it goes and hides somewhere, which is what we call as Vijñāna-kosha. Vijñāna-koshe vilasati ajasram. Tomorrow morning we have to see that. In the Vijñāna-kosha, it goes and hides. Then it comes out. Then you slowly, your mind become more and more meditative. A kind of joy arises. Kind of ecstasy. Sometimes that ecstasy is so much that you feel like hugging every tree, every pillar, every person. This is called Anandamaya Kosha. Kosha means like a bag. A little bit of Ananda. For some time. Sometimes, people will come to Satsanga and they will say, so much joy. We don't want anything. After 2 days, like a cycle tube when the air goes. Like that, all Ananda is gone. What happened? This is why we call limited Ananda. The Ananda comes, it goes. Then deeper, you go and touch that Ananda, the source of Ananda, and there comes to an end your search. Anando Brahmeti Vijñāna. There you find that Ananda is Brahma. Ananda is my Swarupa. Ananda is Atma. Ananda is Bhagavan. And Ananda you have found which is permanent, which is your very nature. You can call it Shanti. Peace. That real Brahma Nirvana Shanti. When you have touched that Shanti, life is not same. No more is it same. The moment and who is touching it? This Vijñāna Atma does this inquiry and goes and deeply takes a plunge into that Shanti and recognizes that Shanti is me and that Shanti is my Swarupa. And it becomes so stable that when you wake up from that state also the recognition remains without any movement. Pokku varavu illa poduveliyanil arul porattam kaattan Arunachara. There is a Tamil song of Bhagavan Ramanacharanatirtha. Pokku varavu means sometimes you feel Shanti and it goes away. It is not like that. Potuveli means Akasha, Chidakasha. And there is a very mystical word, Arul Poratam. Poratam is Sunday. Conflict, fight. And fight between whom? Between my ego and Arul. Grace of the self and my ego has a conflict. The grace is invading you, pulling you deeper inward. What am I doing? I want to go away. I want to avoid grace. Actually, this is the only thing that we can do. We always try to run away from God. Actually, we think we are pursuing spiritual life. No. Actually, God is pursuing you. You are running away from Him. But one thing is, you have become very precious for Him. You have earned that. So He is chasing you. So wherever you go, He is behind you, catching hold of you. When you try to run away forcefully, He will give you a slap. And that you call sorrow, grief, dukkha. Actually, it is not dukkha, it is a mother's slap. She is pulling you towards Him. That you will recognize. The more and more consciously you hug that inner truth. Learn to abide there. Then you find the whole world, the whole universe is harmoniously arranged around you. Everything is there to bestow you bliss, help you, serve you. This phenomenon we call as Yoga Kshema Shakti. Ananyaha chintayanto mam e janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yogakshemam mahamya. Not insurance policy. The real insurance is with him. Ananya chintayanta, that is very important. No anya chinta. I am not thinking about anything else. The Upanishad says there is a royal bridge to immortality, realization, enlightenment. What is that? Tamevaikam janatha atmanam anya vacho vimunjatha amritasyesha setu. Keep hold of one question within you. Who is me? What is this I within me? And leave aside every other question. Please do. Keep your focus completely turned towards your beingness, existence, as I am. And leave aside all other pursuits. This is Amritasyesha Setu. This is the Setu, means bridge. Palam. Amritasyesha Setu. This is the Setu for Amritatva, deathlessness, immortality, enlightenment, realization. So the whole energy is turned inward and the divine sacred quest begins. What is me? What is this existence inside? The body is alive. Who is alive? The shariram, shiryate, something which decays. But inside there is something which is alive. A flame of I am is there. What is this? What is this I? You wonder at the existence that is within you as consciousness. Or asharyam. That is dhyanam. The true meditation is you are suddenly awake to the greatest wonder that is you. Asharyavat pashyati kashchidenam. The Upanishad says a rare person looks at his own existence with Asharya. That is what happened to Maharshi Ramana. One day he wondered about his own existence, truly, fully, for a few minutes. That is all. He woke up. The splendorous Aditya, that sun of knowledge, awoke. One single day, for few minutes, he wondered. A true wonderment is meditation. A few minutes he meditated, that's all. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, after that I have never done consciously anything. Whatever that was there after that was only a continuity of that state. Just the look within and inquire, what is this me, what is this I? Because the body is not me. The body will die, it will be burned. It will be burnt in the smashana, the crematorium. And with the death of the body, actually, that is Ishvara Anugraha. For him, it was not that he just simply thought about it. He had an experience of going to cremation ground where the body was burnt. Some vision happened. And there the body is getting burnt and the question arose within, who is this which is untouched by the fire? Adahyoham. As Gita says, adahyoyam. He felt adahyaha. The body is burnt, but something which is not burnt is there. Achedyoha. You do all kind of surgery, he remains Achedya. Every limb you can do surgery now, but the existence, the I am, remains Achedya, uncut. You cannot slice him. No. You cannot make him two. The I am remains same, singular, one entity. Non-dual. Advayam Jnanam. As Bhagavata begins with that. Bhagavata says, that is Bhagavan. The Bhagavan whom you are searching here, there, has already happened to you as your own existence. Yet Jnanam Advayam. The non-dual awareness of your own presence. Existence. And that you just suddenly your inner eye, then see, we think this is the eye. You close your eyes, you see more. Sometimes when you sit for meditation, you see more. All worlds you can see. Everything you can see, imagination. And there, the look within, like the eye with which you dream, the eye with which you see the dream, that is more important in meditation. Not this eye. That is why we close all these indriyani. You close every door and then sit turned inward and looking at what has happened within as I am. This existence within as I am. And just look. And that column of fire, that is the real fire within, as I, this existence as I am. Hold on to it. Try to hold on to it. Try to stay there in that mere easiness. Iruppu. Tamil nama iruppu sol. Irundu oliyal. Irukku vilangarathu. Existence, effulgence. Ramana Bhagavan adhe Arunachala Swarupam. This Arunachala Swarupam. Irukku vilangarathu. Swayam Prakasham. Satchidanandam. That is Bhagavat Swarupa. That is Atma Swarupa. That is shining forth within as Swayam Prakasham. Self-effulgent. And your every effort is to turn the look inward. Antarmukha samaradhya. Bahirmukha sudurlabha. Lita Sahasranama says, when the mind is extroverted, sudurlabha. You go on searching, nothing you will find. Bhagavan you cannot find with an extroverted mind. Bahye niruddhe manasah prasannata. When the outer doors are all closed, slowly the inner sky becomes more and more clear. The inner sky becomes cloudless. The inner sky becomes free of darkness. The inner sky becomes free of dust. Dhuma abra dhuli andhakara dhumabhra nirmukta gaganopamam. Dhuli is dust, andhakara is darkness, dhuma is smoke, abra is cloud. When all these are not there, the gaganam, that sky, is very clear. Like that, the meditative mind is so clear, which we call prasannata, manah prasada, prasannata. The mind is prasanna. Every day you spend some time like that. You will be refreshed. That is why all these temples are there. Somewhere you go and sit without mobile. Duravani vihina. Dure gatva sthito bhava. No Duravani. and you sit somewhere alone in solitude, just tell yourself. In the beginning, if you cannot meditate, just tell yourself, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. Chup raho. Not to others, but to yourself. Tell, quiet, still. Close your eyes. Every thought you say, get out. Shut up, get out. And when the mind slowly settles down, sometimes some Prakriya can work. Not that it will not work. For certain people, it might work. You just tell yourself, be still, be still, be still. It will become. Tushtim bhavet. Shumma. You just tell yourself, Shumma. That's a mantra. What will you say in Kannada? Summana? Summana. Be still. In Bible there is a line which even Ramanacharanatirtha used to tell Westerners when they ask, what is the Upadesha? He will say, be still and know that I am God. This is a word in it. Be still and know that I am God. When the mind is still, the I am is God. No coloring. I am this, I am that. No. Simple I am. Simple existence. Pure awareness is godliness. Ishwaratva. Brahma. And that is practice of meditation. This sound, very helpful. This generator, you have some generator in your house, only one sound, so nobody talking you will not hear, somebody speaking you will not hear. Very helpful. Meditation, you can meditate very well. Because sound doesn't mean anything. No meaning at all. In our house, there was an old table fan. This is not table fan, it's a ground fan. The fan will have all kind of percussion instrument. I will put on the fan and sit for meditation. Whatever others talk, I will not hear. In Kaladi also, when we were having our education there, so many Vidyarthis were there in the place where I was staying. I will enter the room, put on the fan will have a Shruti. They will make noise outside. I will not hear. But the table fan had one problem. It will walk and come near me. Night you keep the table fan, a little distance, morning it will be near you. With all that junk, it will come. So, it is helpful. This sound is not disturbing you because there is no language there. So, you will not be able to decode any meaning. And someone speaks in some other language, Chinese language. I think 99%, I don't know whether somebody understands. We will not understand. You can meditate, somebody speaking Chinese. But in Tamil, Kannada, very difficult. In English, very difficult. Because whatever they say, I understand. So, can you make all this Kannada, Tamil, English like generator sound? No meaning. Then you will not get disturbed. There was great Mahatma in Vrindavana, Odiya Baba. He was called Odiya Baba. Odiya means Orissa. So Odiya Baba. So they used to call him Odiya Baba. He was a great Vedanti, a Jivan Mukta. Somebody asked him, what is the state of a Jivan Mukta? He said, whatever may people tell about you, speak about you. Even if they speak against you, ill about you, it is like you are hearing something in a language which you do not understand. So you don't register, nothing affects you, nothing hurts you. Can you keep such a state where you are absolutely clean, whatever may others say? Yesterday I was telling a story to our children in Padashala. They were all rolling in the ground laughing. The story is, one person goes from one village to another town where he did not understand any language. So he goes to a sweet shop and says, I am very hungry, can you give me something? That shop bakery man thought he is asking for a very costly sweet. So he gave that sweet. He ate it and said, thanks, thank you. He is asking money. He said, again, thank you. He said, give me money. The person said, I don't want anything more. He will ask for money. He thinks that he is asking, eat more. Very good man. So much Atitya Satkara. At last he pulls him to the court. Then also, this person thought that court is his house where he wants him to stay. And seeing the king, he thinks king is his father. And at last the court, they give a punishment. The greatest punishment is to insult him, is to paint his head with all charcoal and make him sit in a donkey and send him out of the country. But this person, he felt so happy because free dye, his head was already very grey. They are providing him free dye, and he already, after walking so much distance, his knee was in terrible pain. They made him sit in a donkey and with all Vadya Kosha. They were put him out of the village and telling him, don't come again. He said, I will come after 6 months, not now. And he goes to his village and tells all his friends, what a place. Very affectionate people. So much, they were full of love, giving so much things to eat, and they want me to stay in their house. Actually, they made him stay one day in a jail. But this person's house is a very patchwork of hut. But for him, he felt the jail is a wonderful room. So everything he took like that. Reading that story, I used to feel, if we can be like this, all problems are solved. Long back, Swami Dayananda Saraswati used to say about something, that some sadhus in Rishis, they fought against cow slaughter. So Indira Gandhi caught hold of them and put them inside jail. About 50 of them. After 1 week, she said, leave them out, they will not come again. But after that, 500 sadhus came next day. Because they went out and told them, we are getting outside only roti. There they are giving roti and dal. So a person who has nothing to do outside, even if you put him in a jail, nothing happens. So happiness, joy is within you. That Ananda is within you. Ananda comes from going to the center. Somebody asked Bhagavan Ramanacharanatirtha, what is your teaching? What is your central teaching? Bhagavan said, center is my central teaching. Go to the center. Bindu tarpana santushtaya namaha. Again, Lalita Sasma. Bindu tarpana. Tarpana means you take water like this and pour it. It is tarpana. Like that, you take every thought and do a tarpana. Andarmukha tarpana. This is the samayachara. Every thought, every emotion, that wants to go out, do something in the world. Avidya, kama, karma. Ignorance, it creates thought and it rushes out to do in action. The same action is stopped, the thought is arrested, and the emotion is taken to the source and made as an oblation in the inner fire. This is Bindu tarpana. The inwardly, you offer every thought, every emotion, everything in the inner altar, in the heart center, where there is a flame. That Agni. And that Agni, you are offering everything. This is Bindu tarpana. Bindu means center. There is a spot inside Baindavasthana. The center which is beyond all space and time. Every day, unknowingly, the mind goes there during deep sleep. And when the mind enters that chamber, then no time, no space, no limitation, no upadhi, no body, no world, nothing. And there is pure fulfillment for unknowingly. Then the mind comes out again with I thought. Then it spreads out, projects, emerges out. So consciously you take the mind to the source. Not that by sleeping you will not attain enlightenment. But sleep is a demonstration that there is a center within you where you are free. A healing center, a point, a bindu is there within you where you consciously push the mind inward. That is meditation. That is samadhi abhyasa. You take the mind inward to the center. Somehow you have to struggle. You hold on to some mantra and go there. Chanting you need some alamba, some form of the Bhagavan, or some mantra, some nama. You hold on to that nama, you go there. Go to the center. And abide there. And that abidance you practice. That is real Sandhya Vandana. Everyone can do that. The morning, afternoon, evening, night. The whole day should be filled with few minutes of meditation in the beginning. Morning you have a few minutes of meditation. The afternoon also, wherever you are, just nobody need to know. You can just become silent, still. Inwardly awake. Wherever you are. There are many methods to do that. Many prakriya. One prakriya is just you pay attention to the breath that is going inside and outside. Just become aware. Don't do pranayama. Not pranayama. Actually, you need tremendous attention to do simple pranayama, this pratyavekshana. Just you sit and watch. Even an atheist can do that. You need not believe in God, you need not chant mantra, you need not do anything. If possible, sit and watch. Just follow the breath. How it goes through the nostril, comes out, goes inward, comes out, goes inward, comes out. And more and more you become attentive. But you see, if you are doing this, don't do anything. Don't do anything. Just observing that, the prana will become a ratha to you. It will become a vehicle in which you can go inward. Go inward and watch your inner world. So this prana shraddha, prana sanyama, prana shraddha, you just pay attention. Simple meditation. Somewhere you just sit, look at it. These are all a kind of starting this Sandhyopasana. Samyak dhyana upasana is Sandhya upasana. Samyak dhyana. Turning a right kind of meditation. See, this is the greatest thing that you can do. Every day find some time, some place where you become quiet, where you become still, silent. The Upanishad says the entire universe is meditating. Dhyayativa prithvi. Dhyayativa prithvi. Dhyayantiva vrikshaha. Dyauhu. The Upanishad says the space, the akasha is as if in samadhi. The trees are in meditation. The bhumi, the earth itself is in samadhi, is in meditation. Mountains, you see, they are meditating. What a grand seer-like imagination, you know. It's a mystical imagination where you find that when you look at the mountain, it is meditation. When you look at the trees in the forest, it's all filled with that meditative poise, silence. When you look at the sky, space, you know, you should look at the space maximum. It's a simple way of meditating. Just look at the space. The Viveka Chudamani, there is a verse in Shloka in my younger days that was a great inspiration. Akashava nirmala nirvikalpam nissima nispandana nirvikaram antarbahishshunyam ananyam advayam swayam param brahma kimasti bodhyam. The very verse can put you into meditation. Akashavan nirmala nirvikalpam, like pure, immaculate, like akasha, like space. Nirvikalpam means no division, no conflict, no duality. Nissima, boundless. Nissima, nispandana, no movement, no vibration. Nirvikaram, no change. Antarbahishshunyam, neither inside nor outside. Ananyam, what is it? It is me, it is my own existence, not anything other than me. Advayam, the non-dual. Swayam param brahma, this very self is Brahma. It is the supreme. Kimasti bodhyam, what else exists to be known? Why should you know anything else? You are Brahman, you are the Atma, you are Nirvana. Your very nature is absolute freedom. Shanti is your very nature. Purity is your very nature. Don't accept impurity. No impurity at all. In your very nature, you are pure, you are free, you are infinite. You are clear. Just affirm that. Then also the mind will enter meditation. So many prakriyas we have told today. Any prakriya you can have and guide the mind to that inner stillness, that silence. Ananda is there, you know. Shivananda Lahari, we were saying, Nityananda Rasalayam. That Rasalayam, that lake, Manasasara, is filled with Nityananda, the bliss of Nitya, permanent bliss. Suramuni Swantambujadashrayam. All the devas, all the sages, they are like birds, swans in that lake. Like a lotus there. It blossoms inside them. Swachha, it is so clear, crystal clear. Sadvijasevitam. So this is all about that inner meditative state. We have to have that within. And when you start making the mind go to that state, then you find your mind is like a, like a bell. You give a hit there, it produces sound. Like that something happens outside, you hear the gong inside. The resonance inside. Either as attachment or as aversion, as depression, as excitement, as pleasure, as pain. Something happens within because you think something happened outside. Guna guneshu vartante. Outward world, there are some objects are there, individuals are there, things are, events are happening, and inward the reaction happens within as emotion, as attachment, as anger, anxiety, depression, stress. This duality, outside something, inside a reaction. So the mind is there. So you find that I cannot handle the outside world. I have to handle this inner world. Upanat udapadasya nanu charmavrataiva bhu. When you want to walk in a forest, you cannot cover the entire forest with leather. You have to wear a shoe. Then it is like that the whole forest is free of thorns. Nothing will hurt you. So you have to take charge of your mind. Take the whole responsibility of awakening, renovating the mind, repairing the mind. Yoga Vasishta says, Chitta Akraman. You have to attack the mind. Not attack anybody else. You turn towards yourself and look at your mind, and that is Upanayana. That is the beginning of spiritual life. That is the beginning. Then you find that karma is having a reaction in me. I think I am doing something in the world, but every action that I am doing is having a reaction inside, and that reaction is mind. Karma creates vritti. Because I am involved, doership is there, enjoyership is there. So, every action is creating whirlpools of emotion inside, thoughts inside, attachment inside, aversion inside. So, how can I be free? No more fascination for karma. The person finds that karma is hurting me. Action is hurting me. The so-called action in ignorance is hurting me. That is why Arjuna was taught by Krishna, because he found that action hurts. So many wars he has fought. So many persons he has killed. So many, even with Shiva he has fought. But now he says, this is Gora. Gore karmani, niyojayasi Keshava. Krishna said, I have not done this. You have yourself started this war and you are telling me, Gore karmani niyojayasi Keshava. No. This Gora karma was self-initiated. Now you are suffering. Many people, we reach such a state. We find what we have done with this life. Korangu kayila kodutha poomalama. Ella alangolam. Adambaramana alangola vaalkai. Muruganar solraru. Adambaramana, very comfortable, very luxurious. But what is this life? Chaos. Cacophony. Alangolam. All scattered. Confusion. Traffic jam. It is like Bengaluru city. You come here, they say come by that road. You come by that road, they say come by this road. And where do you want to go? Ramar Govil. Inside Ramar Govil, no light. Our case is like that, you go inside, no light. Meditate, they say, try to meditate, no light. And then, try to meditate, sit in darkness, so much noise. This is our inner life. So many things happening around. And at last, you wait with patience. By 6:30, enlightenment happens. 6:40. So when you find that karma, then you decide karma-sannyasa must be done. Sannyasa means what? Going beyond karma. So you decide retirement. What do they call early retirement? VRS. VRS means what? Voluntary retirement scheme. Okay. Voluntary retirement. After voluntary retirement, wife says, why did you do this? My prarabdha. Employee, you get job somewhere else. Then the person finds after retirement, the person is not restful. So he comes and sits in the front line for Bhagavad Gita. Trying to listen. Then sleep comes. Because what he knew was only the world. Now something which is not known, the not world, it is being spoken about, so tries to understand. See, it's a very interesting thing. I look at there, I can see all these faces. A new face, very, very easily you can detect. Trying to understand, find, look this side, that side, and after 20 minutes, dump. And this person has brought his grandson also with him. This boy is sitting near, and I was giving talk. I told that boy, shake him. Because he is sleeping, it is very disturbing. The boy said, what will you give? Very business-like. I told him, I will give you 1 laddu. It's a prasadam. He said, okay. He started shaking him. 2 times, 3 times, father looked at him. Then he whispered something in his ear. Then he started waking him up. Sleeping, dozing more and more. After the talk, I asked the boy, why you stopped shaking him? Father said, if you keep quiet, I will give you 2 laddu. So, 1 laddu or 2 laddu, go to sleep. Then slowly you will wake up and listen and see. It's a very serious thing. You find that karma is having a reaction inside in the mind. You want karma-sannyasa. Outward karma-sannyasa is not helping you. Retirement is not helping you. Renouncing an action is not helping you. Giving up action outwardly, sometimes it is spiritually not beneficial. You should be ripe enough to do that. The mind should be very meditative. Otherwise, it becomes more troublesome to others, troublesome to you also. Then you find engaging somewhere here, there. At last you will understand the only way that you can jump out of karma. First you have to understand what is karma. Kim karma? Kim akarmeti kavayopi atra mohitaha. Tatte karma pravakshyami. Krishna says, what is action and what is non-action? Even great sages are deluded, puzzled. Because sometimes non-action becomes action. Sometimes you are working somewhere, your mind is very peaceful. Sometimes you give up the work and try to sit quiet. There is a great turmoil inside. So then you find work is better. But you go into work, you enter into more and more bondage. Then you decide, somehow I have to come out. Atyanta uparama lakshanam jnanam samsarasya. As Sankaracharya says, this samsara must be, this trouble must be quieted. You should wriggle yourself out of this chains of ignorance. How to do that? Then you understand that you need a help from a higher being, from Shastra, from a great teacher. Somewhere you meet some person whom you find has really come out of karma, who is established in akarma, in true actionlessness. That is why, Krishna chose not to fight. Because he knew that Arjuna needs this and the world needs this. Arjunam nimitti kritya. Making Arjuna a nimitta. And what was he demonstrating? Inside the war field, the greatest warrior, whom every other warrior knows that they cannot win him, such a warrior is doing a small work of driving the chariot, the horse, and sitting quiet, very peaceful. And Krishna's that silence, that quietude, that non-action state greatly disturbs Duryodhana. That is why Duryodhana says to Dronacharya, even though our army is big, very large, very huge, and Pandava's army is compared to us very less, but looking at that silver chariot, where that fellow is sitting quiet, no weapon, I am terrified. And Bhishma, he rushes, goes to Bhishma and tells him, you have to fight and kill Arjuna. I am a fool. Bhishma says, fool, you know it is impossible. Why? You are the greatest warrior. Who told you? Yasya Gopta Jadagat Gopta Shankachakra Gadadhara. This Arjuna, my grandson, is being protected by the protector of the world. He appears to you as if not doing anything. In that non-action is action. In that stillness is great creation, great learning, great teaching. By remaining silent before me, every moment I look at him, he is making fun of me. At this age, this old man is fighting unnecessarily. And even that silence failed to make him withdraw. He took that chariot wheel. Swanigamam apahaya mad pratiknyam ritam adhikartum avaplutorathasta. He jumped out of the chariot with the chariot wheel, not any other weapon. For what? Swanigamam apahaya, giving up the Upanishad like pratikya. It's like nikama. And to give me nikama, the real knowledge, to make me awaken, to give up the weapon, because when you are ready to give up action, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi says, when you are ready to be out of action, even if you hunt for action, you will not get action. Karma carries the womb, the seed of destruction in its own womb. These are his words. Karma carries the seed of its own destruction in its own womb. When the time comes, either inwardly you would find great fulfillment, no more karma. Or you will be pushed out. If you refuse to become quiet, you will be pushed out. And that is the beginning of Ishvara Kripa. Bhagavata says, you want to do some good thing in the world, social service, that door will be closed. You want to earn money, that door will be closed. You want to enjoy life, that door will be closed. Then you ask Bhagavan, where will I go? Somebody will say, a Gita Yajna is happening, go there. How will I go? Someone will come with a car and say, jump, you will go there. And another person will come, we will go to Kashi, go to Rishikesh, Trivandavana, go Giri Pradakshina. Everything will happen. You want money? Nothing will happen. Existing money will go. You want to do something in the world, some dharma? Not possible. Traivargika ayasa vighatam. Your effort to do dharma, artha, kama is closed. Only one door is open, that is moksha. But ignorant people, you know what they will say? Bhagavan is not gracious to me. I want to do dharma, no, not possible. Want to earn money, not possible. Everything is closed. You look this side, he is there with open arms calling you, waiting for you. You fool? You want to play with all these things? While Paramananda Vigraha is waiting for you? Traivargikayasa vighatamaspatpatir vidhatte purushasya chakra tata anumeyaha bhagavat prasada. Then you have to infer bhagavat prasada. That is the working of grace, kripa. A true devotee will then recognize Ishvara Kripa. Ignorant person will say destiny, Shani, Saturn, Shani Dasha. See, mostly, Ishvara Kripa will happen during Shani Dasha only. During Shukra Dasha, no Ishvara Kripa. More and more bondage. Samsara. During Shani Dasha, Vairagya welcome, Bhagavad Kripa welcome, Satsanga you will get. So, Shani is called Shanishwara. He will take you to Ishvara. Shanaihi Charaha. Shanaihi Ubaramet Buddhya Kritikritaya. He is Vairagyadayaka. Something is outwardly beneficial, something is inwardly beneficial. It's all good. All. Nalla. Jnana-sambandhara says all the navagrahas are nalla. Good. ஞாயிறு திங்கள் செவ்வாய் புதன் வியாழம் வெள்ளி சனி பாம்பு இரண்டு உடனே ஆசரு நல்ல அவை நல்ல அடியாரவர்க்கு மிகவே. For a devotee, certainly all of them are good, beneficial, anugrahakaraka, because he knows that even if the door towards the world is closed, door to Vaikuntha is open. That is open. Kripa Mandala is open. So when the karma is closed, then you understand the significance of Jnanam. Karma-sannyasa means Jnanam. This adhyaya is Jnana-karma-sannyasa yoga. Sannyasa is not monkhood. Sannyasa yoga. Vedanta Vijñāna sunishitartha sannyasa yogad yataya shuddha sattva. So the real sannyasa yoga is jnanam. Through jnanam, you know that I am not the doer, I am not the enjoyer. Then great action, mission can happen. Mighty missions can happen. Nothing will touch you. Great amount of work can happen. But there will not be any touch of doership. Because this doership is ayasa. And jnana is anayasa, nirayasa. Samadhi is nirayasa. This ignorance is ayasa. I am doing. I am the doer. I am the enjoyer. This is karma. And jnana is akarma. Abiding in akarma, the person is doing karma. And then karma will not hurt. Gatasangasya, muktasya, jnanavasthita chetasaha, yajñāya ācharataha karma, samagram praviliyate. This is the verse from where we have to start. We will just chant that verse. Gatasangasya muktasya jnanavasthita chetasaha yajñāya ācaratah karma samagram praviliyate. Gatasangasya, the person is free of all sangha, attachment. And when attachment is gone, muktasya is jivan mukta, liberated, free. Jnanavasthita chetasaha, his mind abides in jnanam, atma. Jnanam means atma, swarupa. Then why should he act in the world? No attachment, why should I act? My family is there, they should get money, then there is some meaning in acting. Nobody is there, then why should I do karma? I don't want to do karma. Yajñāya ācaratah karma. Yajña means what? Generally it means sacrifice, but yajño, yajñavadari, yajva, yajñāngo, yajñavāna. Yajña means Bhagavan. Yajña means Brahma. So Bhagavad Arpana, action is yajña shabda, yajña means Brahma. Yajño vai Vishnu. Yajña is Vishnu. Yajñāya ācaratah karma. The person is doing action not for any selfish purpose, but for yajña. With great love, with great joy. The very action is its effect, fruit. Even while doing, there is so much joy. It is dynamic samadhi that we will see tomorrow. Even while acting, the person is having immense meditation. Deep meditation. Kanchi Paramacharya, in one of his talks, Chandrasekharendra Saraswati Swami, in one of his talks he says, I don't want to work in the world. I don't want to speak. I want to meditate alone on Divine Mother. But when I see all of you, I feel like speaking. But there, when I speak to you, Divine Mother has contrived a technique, a trick, that I will be able to meditate when I am talking to you. When I am talking to you, my meditation is more deeper than when I am alone. So thus her work is also done. She is extracting work from me by connecting my meditation with my satsanga, with my movement work in the world. So when I am working in the world, there is meditation. The essence is, while working, there is meditation. So the very work is yajna. The very work is worship. The very action is worship. Whatever it might be. Krishna says you can make even the fight as a worship. Even while you are fighting, you can be in samadhi. Mamanuspara yudhyacha. Because Arjuna is filled with that energy. When that becomes active without doership, that becomes Brahma Karma Samadhi. But for that, the person should be free. So the first step is the person tries to meditate. Means what? He looks inside in his own mind, then he finds that his mind is a big garbage, full of attachment. Sangha. And because of Sangha, he is not free, not mukta. And because of that Vasanamaya Sharira, he is not able to abide in the Jnanam, in the self. Hence his action is also stinking with desire, with egoism. So, he decides to cleanse within. And how to cleanse within? By that Bhagavan will say later on, by the grace of Guru, you attain Jnanam, you become free. When the doership ego is all gone, then true yajna descends in you. Yajna comes in your life. You need not fear that if I attain Jnanam, I will become a sannyasi. No. That is, even if you become a sannyasi, also action will not go. But true actionlessness will happen. Brahma Karma Samadhi. The action that you have to do will happen through you in a more grand way. That is what Bhagavan is revealing here, that we will continue tomorrow evening. Tomorrow morning, 7:15, Viveka Chudamani in Tamil Tane. Tamil Tane? Tamil. Yato mamatma bhavasi tvameva tato navachyam makinjidasti yatataveshtam kurumam tataiva tvamaatmanatham ramanam bhujami. Now we have the Arati song. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, from 5:45, our Narayanan will do Gita Parayanam. So all is a great treat to listen to Gita Parayanam. So we will have that as a meditation in the beginning, 5:40. Bhagavad Gita Krishna Jaya 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 Hari Gita Janani Vandanam. Jaya Bhagavad Gita Krishna Jaya 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 Hari Gita Janani Vandanam. Jaya Vaidya Gita Vishada Roga Bhare Pradatta Sarvata Bahari Vidya Peshate. Jaya Vaidya Gita Vishada Roga Bhare Pradatta Sarvata Bahari Vidya Peshate. Veda Keda Rajesi Veda Keda Divoga Nashane Yamta Shakta Bhakti Deshajam. Veda Keda Rajesi Veda Keda Divoga Nashane Yamta Shakta Bhakti Deshajam. Jaya Bhagavad Gita Krishna Jaya 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 Hari Gita Janani Vandanam. Tvameva Madhavokta Samasta Vedahanti Sankhya Karma Bhakti Yoga Mukti Varidhe. सततमात्मसंस्थं प्रलयमानसं त्वं विहाय सर्वचिन्तामिति प्रदायसि। जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते, जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्। स्वल्पमप्यधीता विनिलमोहजेति सकल दुःखजालकूल समनवाकुला त्वदीय दिव्यवाणी सतत परिसेवां देवि दीयतां नो ब्रह्मवादिनी। जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते, जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्। अशेष वेदसारं सखापरात्मतत्त्वं समरविमुखचित्तं सखायमब्रवीत्। त्वमेव साधिगुह्य निरस्तमोहशोक पुनश्च बादरायणेन गीतवैभवा। जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते, जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्। प्रपद्यमामनन्यं विमुञ्च सर्वधर्मान् अशेष पापमुक्ततां त्वमाशु गच्छसि। अवाप्नुयाश्च शान्तिं स्थितिं च शाश्वतीं त्वम् इति प्रकटयन्तीं भजामि मातरम्। जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते, जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्। जय भगवद्गीते कृष्ण हृदय जाते, जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्। जय जय हरिगीते जननि वन्दनम्।